What's up, everybody? My name is Vincent. Welcome to Cryptolution, where we talk about everything under the moon in crypto universe. Today is Wednesday, November 8th. In today's video, we gotta talk about why the Utes NFT collection could absolutely dominate in 2024. Yes, we're in November of 2023, but again, there's a reason why I'm talking about this NFT collection and why it's heavily undervalued at a price point of around 0.68 Ethereum. We're going to talk about the floor price, why it dipped. We're also going to talk about the potential of what's going on with Utes because there are some well-known names in the crypto NFT space that decide to have some exposure to a specific collection that leads to Utes. And also we're going to show you some data points of why people are buying these collections within Utes. And then at the very end of the video, you're going to be educated in my own perspective of where this Utes floor price could go and also share with you some 007 news. So with that said, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, don't forget to join our Patreon page, and most importantly, please be careful with any of the scammers down in the comments below. I will never reach out via WhatsApp, Telegram, direct messaging, or email, so please be careful and invest safely. So guys, girls, let's get right into it. So as of right now, like I said, the floor price is around 0.68 Ethereum. Now we did see the floor price drop to around 0.55 Ethereum. Now what does that actually mean? Well, if this floor price did dip, there could be a reason why. This is my perspective. Possibly one whale that held a lot of Utes decided to liquidate their positions because they either didn't believe in the project, they probably aren't really a Degod or Ute holder that was really dedicated to the community. There could be many other reasons, could be financial issues. But once that person decides to liquidate their positions, other Ute holders who own maybe one, maybe even more, decide, you know what, I'm seeing what's happening to the floor price, it's dipping, let me take my profits because I don't want to lose money. So this is what happens. Sometimes Ute holders, when they buy NFTs, they're either in it to flip it, they're in it for the artwork, they're in it for the community, there's multiple different reasons. But just like cryptocurrency, just like Bitcoin, if you really believe in the project, if you really believe in the community, the founder, you gotta treat it like what Mark Cuban said, as a collector. You can't do it to speculate, to make sure that you can make money off this collection, because usually those people end up losing the battle long term. We're gonna talk about that in a little bit. So what we saw is that the floor price dipped around 0.55, even though in our previous videos, we even saw this coming, that when the migration from Polygon over to Ethereum happened, we could have seen a floor price dip as low as 0.50. Yet it didn't dip that low. It only dipped to 0.55. So now we're seeing a reversal trend with this actual NFT collection. And it even goes to show that even since the migration, which was roughly around 24 days ago, roughly 1.89 thousand of these NFTs have been traded. That's absolutely crazy in my personal opinion. And we also crossed the threshold of trading volume on OpenSea over 1,000 Ethereum. That's just within the first 24 days, which is absolutely crazy. Now, when we go back to Blur, we gotta look at the chart currently right now, because when we're looking at the chart, you can see here that right now, we are going to a reversal trend. That means we saw possibly the lowest floor price that we will ever see of Utes. So people who accumulated from here up until around 0.7 Ethereum, those people are right now taking the larger risk, but also taking the large discount benefit of buying these Utes at a great deal. That's really important. So I want to share with you what's been going on happening around Utes, because we do know that just a couple days ago, we saw that Gordon Gonner actually bought a CryptoPunk not too long ago. Now, if you don't know who this person is, he's the co-founder of Yuga Labs and Bored Ape Yacht Club. But he bought this CryptoPunks for around $1.1 million. Now, how does this tie into Utes? Well, the other day, he bought a Degod. And in that post, he decided, okay, but what the F is a Ute? So obviously, he may be buying a Ute very soon. We don't actually know as of yet, but this is somebody from the Bored Ape Yacht Club, which is a blue chip Gen 1 collection, recognizing a Gen 2 collection. And as a result, people started kind of retweeting that same text message, that same comment all across Twitter, all across Discord, and people smell that a Utes pump is incoming. But also, other mutant apes are also big fans of this that also own Utes as well. Now, I want to share with you something that came from Frank, the founder of Degods and Utes, and what he kind of said. Now, people thought that after the Season 3 Degods artwork came out, that the project was completely dead, that Utes was dead. So Patty Ice had to share something around this personal perspective, and he's always seen that Frank and his team have always come back in an epic return. But Frank had something to say about that. He says, "I'm not dead. I'm genuinely excited and nervous for this next chapter for this community. It's different. It's the direction I've been wanting to take things in this direction for over a year. Not too far off." So it's always good to have a founder who is consistently communicating, even though he has been quiet lately, but mainly because he doesn't want to do the exact same mistake that he did with Degods Season 3, which is to say a lot, to hype people up a lot, only to lead to higher expectations. Now, him and the team decide we're not going to spill too much, we're not going to hype people, we're not going to set these large expectations, but in fact, we've learned from that, and we're going to do what we always do. We build quietly, but we also stay in communication to let people know that we have not gone anywhere. Now, I want to share with you something that's really important about NFTs, because why does this contribute to Utes? Now, if you look over at the block, which is a great analytics tool, this will tell you basically the NFT trading volume within all blockchains. So we have Ethereum, Solana, Polygon, Immutable X, even Bitcoin ordinals. Notice that the blue section is Ethereum. It's always had the largest trading volume. This is exactly why Degods and Utes migrated from their other blockchains over to Ethereum, because that's where the most money is, regardless of the transaction fees. Usually Ethereum is considered what we call the high tier traders, not like the people that are just normal retail traders. These are the people who have a ton of liquidity, have a ton of money. And again, it's not normal for retail traders or even investors or holders or collectors to be exposed to this. Most of them tend to go to Solana because it's cheaper transaction fees and also faster transactions. But Ethereum has a larger exposure to a big audience because, again, it was the first NFT ecosystem for Solana, Polygon, so forth, so on. So the reason we bring this up is because if you just look at where we are right now, all these NFTs in terms of trading volume is absolutely low. So that means a lot of the discounts that you're seeing right now, not just with Utes, but Degods, Bored Ape Yacht Club, Mutant Ape, Suzuki, it's all at a discount right now. Because we do know that when the bull market happened for NFTs, right before that, we do know that the cryptocurrency market happened too. So the way it works is that Bitcoin goes in its bullish trend, then Ethereum follows it, then altcoins follow it. But what they don't talk about is that the people who have major gains on Ethereum or Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrency are going to want to spend that money on assets. So mainly they spend it on NFTs as one of those assets. That's why you see NFT assets at crazy unique high prices. And as an example of the people that end up spending a ton of money on those specific NFTs, you just got to go over to NFT Go and select the top sales of all time. And what you'll see is that most of the CryptoPunks, most of the NFTs were sold between 2021 and 2022 because that's when the bull market happened for cryptocurrency and also for NFTs. But also shortly after that, we experienced a bear market. So you can see these crazy record sales, not just with Bored Apes, not just with CryptoPunks, but also small artworks as well. Keep in mind, this is what's possibly going to happen in 2024 when a spot Bitcoin ETF happens, when cryptocurrency is regulated, and also a ton of liquidity is going to be flowing into NFTs. And keep in mind, when you think about people who bought one-on-one Utes, such as this one, this is kind of like a dead Ute. This is the only one-on-one that is kind of designed like this. It was sold for around 133,000 US dollars, roughly 74 ETH at the time of that buy order, which was back in April 2nd of this year. Now, people could think that this may be a loss, but if you think about it like this, if it's just like a CryptoPunk and we experience another bull market, this could go into the maybe 500,000 to even $1 million because it's a one-on-one. Keep that in mind. So the person took a risk and they went through the volatility of the market, but they probably bought this because they know that eventually they're going to get a bigger return on this because it's made from a great team. And not only that, we have to pay attention to other common traits, but also rare traits. What do I mean by common rare traits? Well, say for instance, the noun glasses have been selling for dirt cheap prices because people have been reacting to the market. People have been liquidating their assets. Some of these sold for around $3,000, which is absolutely crazy. And why is that important to know? Because ever since the migration from Polygon over to Ethereum, the largest sales that we've seen to date on Ethereum have been mainly NFTs. 5.25, which is around $8,000, 2.95, which is around $4,000, so forth, so on. And you're seeing that these noun classes are taking up the charts, which is absolutely crazy. And that's just of this year. So sooner or later, could this reach the prices of, like, say, Mutant Ape Yacht Club in 2024? I think possibly it could happen. And what do I mean by that? Mutant Ape Yacht Club used to be around 40 Ethereum and higher. This could possibly be one of those same exact circumstances because the noun glasses are absolutely super grails. Now, we got to talk about how each Degod deserves a Ute and every Ute deserves a Degod. Why is that important? Because they're made by the same community, same founder, same team, but also if you've noticed, you get the same engagement. So if you change your PFP to either a Degod or a Ute, you're going to get the engagement of both of those communities, which are absolutely massive and strong. I've noticed that every time I post something regarding Degods or Utes, because I have a Ute PFP, I get strong engagement. Roughly, this one had around 3,000 views. Again, this is just a random post. Back then, I only used to have couple, maybe not even 100 views, just for having common posts because my PFP wasn't a Ute. So when you change your PFP to these actual NFTs, you will notice a stronger engagement. Try it out. Let me know what you think on my opinions regarding that. Now, I want to share with you something around 007. Now, this is for anybody that has 7 or more of these Ute NFTs. Why is it super important to be informed or maybe participate in this? Because again, you may only own 1 NFT or maybe even 3 NFTs. You may not own 7. Well, don't worry. This is also for you to understand. So for people who own 7 or more NFTs, yes, you have really great privileges such as Discord roles, Discord chats, also alpha calls, with major things within the meetings of 007. But say for instance, you're an individual holder, well, how does this participate to you? Well, on the 007 website, there's a section called Web3 Work. Now, why is this important? Well, because if you're a 007 holder or if you're a Ute holder, you can go to this page, and if you're seeking to hire somebody to do something for you, such as create GIF animations, maybe you need a developer, coder, maybe some marketing for your project, or maybe, thread writing, editing, whatever you want, there's a lot of work capabilities and opportunities here. But if you're not also seeking for work, what if you're wanting to provide your services instead? Well, this is also for you. So say for instance, if you're a developer or coder and you want to provide your services to some other Ute holder, well, this is where you're going to possibly inquire that. You just press on the button, you submit your data, you submit all the information in your portfolio, what you've actually done. And what will happen is 007 will introduce you to that connection. And that's what's great about being a Ute holder as well. Now, that's why it's important to know that you don't have to be a 007 holder, but just a Ute holder as well, maybe even a Degod holder. And that's one of the special benefits as well as becoming part of 007. But also we have Twitter spaces. So every now and then, 007 has a Twitter space hosted by Takashi. Takashi will bring up a whole bunch of people, if it's, Pixel Rainbow, if it's Prince Hakeem, even Ute holders such as Bankman Finance. They'll bring them on stage to share some amazing alpha and also educational, valuable knowledge within the crypto space, NFT space, even in real life space, even things outside of cryptocurrency and crypto markets. So this is why it's good to be a part of this, because you can get on stage, you can ask your questions, whatever you want, but you're also being engaged with the community that's also going to follow you. They're going to be aware of your account, and they're most likely going to engage with you and build your social media, because we are a content creating service in some way. We are content creators. We create things on YouTube, we create things on Twitch, we create things on TikTok, we create things on Twitter, wherever social media outlet that you use to grow your following. That's what 007 is pretty much all about, and that's what Utes is all about as well. And also, if you go over to Spaces, there's also many different ways we can listen into these conversations if you need to, and also space clips as well. And sooner or later, you get to get all the info and all the information regarding all this, but make sure to join their page as well. And the most important thing I want to share is from Takashi, right? And that's regarding the dual mandate of 007 and the main goals that there will be. Now, what is this important? Why is this important? Well, you got to focus on number 1 and number 2 rules, right? These are the kind of mantras that we have, and that is this. Number 1, highlight and help every Ute creator here while uniting all Utes. And then number 2, increase value for 007 holders and show people why they should join 007. Because if you own a Ute, if you own 7 or more of these NFTs, the most important thing is, so ultimately, if you are a 007 holder, what's going to happen is 007 is going to try to help grow your social following, go to show their support for you by retweeting, by sharing your content on their Twitter, whatever social media outlet that there is. Oftentimes, Takashi or 007, what they will do is that they will retweet some of your things as an example, and even Frank will retweet it on his own personal account, which is kind of crazy. So that's just an example of how 007 helps pay tribute to their holders. And some people will even recognize that the mandate is absolutely essential for growing 007, that even Pixel Rainbow recognized that he just wanted to say that this tweet is going to age well. This is the right vision at the right time with the right community. And not only that, let's share some other knowledge. And this is really important from Pixel Rainbow and something that you need to understand, because his personal perspective on the upside is absolutely great. I'm going to let this clip play right now.
It's probably not for everybody, but it's for a much larger percentage of normal people with normal aspirations, head on their shoulders, that are rational about art and each other and are good people. That's how I kind of view Utes almost from the outside in, because I haven't held one in a while. I'm waiting for them to come to ETH now. But I'm I couldn't be more bullish on Utes. Honestly, if I had to like dollar for dollar invest right now and which one I invest, I hate saying this because I hold a lot of Degods, but I'd probably put a lot more money into Utes than I would in Degods right now, just based on what I know about the team, what I know about the community, and the art being what it is.
All right, so you absolutely heard what Pixel Rainbow had to say on the 007 space. Why is that important? Because he does know that you're seeing the floor price as of right now pretty fearful, pretty scary, and you may not want to buy into something like this because we love to buy the hype, we love to buy the FOMO. But you have to think like every other smart investor. But most importantly, don't do this because I'm saying it on YouTube. It's most important that you understand your financial circumstances. Don't go buying this to speculate. Remember, buy it because you want to be a collector. Just like what Mark Cuban said, if you speculate, you're going to lose. If you collect, then maybe you won't overbid, maybe you won't spend too much money on NFTs, maybe you only need one. But if you have a ton of liquidity and you want to be a part of the 007, then it'll be more informed of what's going on with the growth of 007, what they're building within the community. So to me, 0.55 is the support level of this actual NFT collection. So you stuck around to the end of the video because you do know that if Ethereum pumps in its cryptocurrency price, meaning it's at 1,800, and what if it goes to 4,000? What if it goes to 10,000? Because again, FOMO happens in cryptocurrency as well. What will happen to Utes? Well, possibly what can happen to Utes is, yeah, it could stay around this price, but sooner or later, a lot of those people that have profits in Ethereum and tend to liquidate, sell their Ethereum for USDC or maybe even Bitcoin or whatever, well, they're going to want to put that money into assets. And they're most likely going to put it into NFTs, as we saw in the charts with the NFT bull market following cryptocurrency. And that was the trading volume. It's going to come back again. And Utes is going to be one of those top collections. You saw what the co-founder from Yuga Labs did. He said, what the F is a Ute? He's sooner or later going to buy Ute, but that's just one person. He's not the catalyst event. It's a community growing consistently. That's the catalyst that grows slowly. So right now, people have been buying at these at a discount. So if you get any exposure to these NFTs, only buy ones that you like personally, that match your identity, that match your personality. And also, if you want to be a collector, collect, but do not speculate. And that's the words of wisdom that I have to share with you and why I think Utes is going to dominate in 2024 and it possibly melt some faces. So guys and girls, let me know your thoughts down below around my personal opinions. Again, this is just educational value for you. And be sure to smash up the like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join our Patreon page to receive all of our alpha calls on both buy and sell orders, both NFTs and cryptocurrencies, especially around Utes. Until then, see you guys and girls next time.